request for some self-defense techniques that show how to defend when somebody's attacking you from the back, attacking you from behind. So the first thing we're going to talk about is if my opponent here has me around my back with his hand, he's here like this, going to choke me, okay? So the first thing that will come very naturally is to just try to keep the arms up high like this, okay? Now, to defend your neck, that's going to come naturally for sure. In this situation, my opponent, my attacker, is most likely trying to pull me backwards like this. So with them pulling me backwards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my body behind them, like this way. Okay, we'll show from another angle. So I'm here like this. He's pulling me backwards. So because I'm already going backwards, I'm going to turn myself. But now, I want you to see what happened with my leg when I turned. When I turned myself, my leg went behind my attacker. And my heel is off the ground. At this point, I'm going to push my leg straight. And I'm going to bend down to make him fall to the ground. So I'm here. My opponent is pulling me. So now I'm going to step behind and turn. My leg is bent, and as I straighten my leg and I bend myself down, it will make him fall down. One thing is his arm is attached to my body. And as I move myself down, his arm is put in a very vulnerable position. You see how it's going to hurt the rotator in his shoulder right here. So as I bend down, the arm bends, creating pressure in the shoulder. That pressure in the shoulder will help me to be able to throw him. Let's see one in full speed. Okay, a little slower now. My opponent's attacking me. He's pulling me back. I step so my foot is behind his leg. And now I turn. Hold the arm against my body and push pressure down. And then I'm going to pop my leg straight. Just like that. Now maybe someone has attacked you from behind and their arm is not around your neck but around your body. So here the arms are around my body. The very first thing I have to do if somebody hugs around me, we call it bear hug. Sue's got me in the back, bear hug. If somebody hugs me, I'm always in danger of them lifting me up. Can I show on you once, Shane? Mm-hmm. So if I had behind Shane here, he's in danger of me lifting him and throwing him. Again. Now let me show you a little trick. If I come behind Shane and he takes his foot and he hooks my leg. Could you use your foot to hook my leg? There you go. See, his foot is hooking my leg. It's now impossible for me to lift him up. Watch. Now let go of my foot. So the very first thing you're going to do if someone attacks you from behind in a bear hug situation is hook the foot. Try to lift me, Shane. He can't lift me. Now, once he tries to lift, and then we fall with him, and I kind of move back down. So ready, try to lift. I come back down. I'm going to look for what hand is on top. Right now, this hand's on top. So I'm going to peel the hand off of his other hand using pressure on his thumb and his fingers. I could even take his thumb and twist his thumb back, twist his fingers back, and start peeling that off. Now, from here, once I've peeled the hand off, I'm going to turn back around. Hook the foot is number one. He tries to lift, but he can't lift. Peel off by the thumb. At this point, to try to break this grip, I can also apply headbutts. I can apply foot stomps, shin strikes, and possibly an elbow strike. So I'm using my body. Headbutt, elbow. I could even use a hip thrust. Just trying to get this grip broken here. Now for someone who's a little more advanced in martial arts, I would continue this by holding his wrist, holding my own wrist, and turning behind him to create pressure on his shoulder. So here I am, I'm in the bear hug. What's the first thing I do in the bear hug? Hook the foot. Now he tries to lift, he can't lift me. Now, I go for the hand that's on top, which is this one. I'm going to peel the thumb, peel the fingers, and try to pry this off. At the same time, I can strike with the back of my head. Maybe I can strike with my elbow. I could kick him in the foot. I could use my my foot to kick him in the shin. I could use my hip to make space and thrust back. But I want to strike him with something to help try to loosen that grip up. And now I could turn around, or I could bend his arm behind him like this. So let's review. The first technique, he has me around the neck. Instinctively, I'm going to go here. Why am I not going to hook his foot now? Because he's probably not going to have the leverage to lift me up in the air and put me down. He's probably more going to be dragging me backwards. So I bring my foot behind his leg, turn, move my body in this direction, creating pressure on his shoulder. I pop my leg straight, and I've taken him down to the ground. Bear hug. First thing is hook the foot. Can't lift, I apply pressure on his fingers, his thumb, push this hand down. I could headbutt him, I could elbow, I could hip thrust, I could kick him. I turn around. I could just let go, but if you're more experienced in self-defense, you could continue this grip and crank him back this way, creating pressure on his shoulder. Well now, let's say we're in a bear hug and my hands are trapped. So now my arms are trapped now. This one is easier because it's easier for me to reach for the groin in this one. Don't worry, Shane, I won't get you for real. I can come here, I just turn my hip a little bit. Well, first, same thing, I'm going to hook his leg. So if he tries to lift me, I'm hooking his leg. Go ahead, Shane, try to lift. He can't lift, but because my arms are trapped here, I have an easy shot to step behind, boom, and hit to the groin. That might make him let go right there. He goes ahead and try to lift, he can't lift. My arms are trapped. I move my hip, so I make an area where his groin is available for me to strike. Boom! Hit to the groin. At that point, I'm going to step back behind him, like this. Now, I call it, in martial arts, we call it a horse stance. It's like doing a squat. Okay, so I'm like doing a squat. And from here, squatting down, and after I hit him in the groin, I'm going to reach for the leg, and I'm going to bring him right over. Throw him right over. Here we go. Oh, my arms are trapped. He's got me here. First thing, hook. Can't lift me. Try to lift me, Shane. I'm not going anywhere. I move my hip. Boom, strike to the groin. Be careful when you try that one, okay? So if trying that with your husbands or something, be careful on that one. Now I'm going to step behind. And look, my hands swing. I can lift those legs. And I'm not, look at, if I try to lift like this, I'm going to hurt my back. But if I thrust my legs, almost like a squat, thrusting upwards using the power of my legs, I can throw them right off of me. We're going to do one bonus move now. We're going to say, what if our opponent has a knife? Okay? Now, obviously, this is a life or death scenario, life or death situation. It's really important to have further martial arts instruction if you plan on trying any of these techniques. But you never know what can happen in real life, and maybe this could save you someday. My opponent has the knife around my neck. So, worst case scenario situation now. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab his arms and pull his arms down like this. It's very hard for him to cut me now. Try to cut me, Shane. I'm not even using really any force at all. The last thing I want to do is give him space to be able to move the knife or retract the knife and stab me with the knife. I don't want any space. So when here it's life or death, as hard as I can, I'm holding onto this knife. The cool thing about this move is the smaller you are, the easier this technique will be. It's all leverage. You don't have to be strong to be able to pull this off. I'm going to turn my body, go under his arm, and come out. Hold down. I turn towards my opponent. Look. Right there. Now, from here, as soon as I try to put the knife into him, keep holding the chain. As soon as I try to put the knife into him, I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to put it up into his arm. This is a very advanced now. I'm going to reach for the knife. If he has it in his hands and I pry away from his fingers, he'll let go. Make him let go like this, and then I'm here. First thing, trap the arm. Don't let them move that knife across your throat, across your body. Don't let him bring the knife away. In this position, I can't even try to get out because now he's just going to stab me. So I have to stay close. I'm here. Now, I'm going to turn my body under him and bring the knife right there. As soon as I do this, this hand comes up. I could throw my knee, boom. I could throw my elbow, grab the back of the knife, get that knife free, finish my opponent.